Traps for new players. There are a couple of serious issues which confront our unsuspecting clients all the time. The majority of our clients are Australian men who have fallen in love with Filipino ladies and want to get visas for them to migrate to Australia. As you would probably have gathered by now, Jeff Harvey's Down Under Visa are Australian registered migration agents specialising in partner visas and fiancé visas for Filipino girls who are the fiancés or wives of Australian men who want to bring them to Australia. Two problems often come up. The most common is when they tell us that their lady is separated, i.e. separated from her husband. In other words, the lady is still legally married. To marry or to apply for a prospective marriage visa, both parties must be free to marry. The Philippines doesn't have no-fault divorce processes that Australia has. The Philippines has annulments instead. Getting a marriage annulled is not a simple, quick or cheap process. The outcome is also in no way cut and dried. The applicant needs to prove a psychological incapacity on the part of one of the partners to understand the marriage vows that they took in order to declare the marriage invalid from the start. It can cost several $100,000 pesos and can take 1 to 2 years to process. Now, we would never suggest that anyone back out of a loving relationship. When Cupid bites, he bites hard. But you need to be aware of what you and your lady will need to go through and should start the process early. You should also make sure that you, as a wealthy Westerner, keep a low profile throughout the process. Annulments tend to cost more and take longer whenever there appears to be extra money to be made. The other issue is the serial sponsorship issue, the 5-year rule. To get a spouse visa or a fiancé visa requires the Australian husband or fiancé to sponsor the lady. If he has sponsored successfully a lady before, there is a 5-year waiting time before he may sponsor again. Now, just to make that absolutely crystal clear here, we're talking about sponsoring for a partner visa or a fiancé visa. We're not talking about tourist visas. And he may only sponsor twice in his lifetime. Harsh rules, but they're all written into the migration regulations, written into law. If you find yourself in such a situation, please feel free to discuss that with us, as there are provisions where this may be waived if compelling and compassionate circumstances exist. Not easily established, but this is why migration law experts exist. Thank you.